What is going on, everyone? We are back again for the best in inline hockey action from right here in the BNE. This is Hockey Live, and we like to think we're better than being there. And from all the support that we've received from all of you out there, I think it looks like it's starting to catch on. I think you guys are starting to agree with me. Happy to have you here again today because we came from Digi roller skating over at Hillcrest again on Thursday night. This one was recorded because I had to play secondary and I couldn't get ready and go live and all the rest of it, but that's all right. So we have the Troopers taking on the Southern Wild in what was a pretty good game, if I do say so myself. I got to interact and have a bit of fun with this one as it was starting, just before getting dressed, and let's go straight to the game. And here we go. We'll get that scoreboard up. Oh, and we better add the time in. There we go, get that up there now. So we'll wait for that puck to drop. And then we'll be underway. And we're off. Now you might notice that I sort of buggered up the camera angle a little bit. Funny story with that one. I had everything nice and set up, and then I thought, ooh, I wonder if I can get a better angle from the other side. And I attempted to do it and made things worse. Tried to rush back just before the game started, and as I did, I sort of made my camera go a bit wonky, but I do fix that up in a moment. So there we go. I got the second screen going, and now I'm on my way back down and around to fix that up. Truly is a great game, this one here. Troopers in their second game back for the season. And the Southern Wild, I believe they had their third. This is their third. Yeah, it would be. And as I was saying, this was a particularly good game. It really was. From the bits that I did get to watch while I was getting ready for my game. Speaking of which, that one is going to be edited and uploaded. Oh, there we go. I'm fixing the camera now. I was honestly just panicking, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to stuff this. So much is riding on this tonight. 2 games. Need to film. No. Yeah, we got that fixed. There we go. No, not a fan of that angle. There we go. Yep, much better. And then we get a whistle. So it was a particularly interesting game in that Troopers had a substantial amount of subs. Southern Wild only had the one. Which, you'd be forgiven for writing them off from the get-go. I certainly thought so. Just one sub. I know how unfit I get for long shifts. So, yeah, no, all the power to them. They did pretty well given the circumstances. So, I don't know. That Southern Wild team might be one to watch this season. Might be one not to underestimate. Speaking of our game before as well, so my game was the Fossils taking on the Misfits, and that was the second game of the night. That one was also recorded, so I'm going to put that one together hopefully later on today. I've got to put all the editing and get all that stuff done, and then yeah, that was an interesting game. If there is any game that you are going to watch this week, if there is one particular game. It'd be that one. That one was action-packed. It had everything, and the audio would have captured everything. The cameras would have just about captured everything. So check that one out. I'll put up a post when that one goes up. You don't want to miss that one. Yeah, action-packed is probably the best way to put it. But, I got to admit, for that particular game, it was probably Probably one of the best, one of the better ones we've had this season. Like when you get into a game, you're just like, this is great. Even if you don't win, it's finals feels action packed, all that sort of jargon. Both teams are just in it, which was fantastic. Both teams here as well seem to be having a bit of fun. They're nice and relaxed going in.
We can be heard right now, so we're going to...
Me warning people that the audio is going, so watch your language. I'm going to have to edit out a lot of the stuff I said in the second game. Nah, not really. I can't edit out per se things that are being said. It's either all the audio or none of the audio. So no bleeping, no editing, none of that stuff. Warts and all. That's what we're all about. We don't turn the camera away when things happen. None of that stuff. I don't know what I'm going on about, but I'm probably hockey gear. I think I was talking to Rob at the time about hockey gear. So I had the two phones picking up the game, and then I also had my phone controlling the screens and viewing the screens, but I had that with me, so... Apologies for the pickup of the fossils getting dressed.
I hope your phone gets hit. That would be the funniest thing.
Thanks, Millie. If anyone was going to hit my phone, it'd be Millie as well. Good old Millicent.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're going to get close and then you're going to be like,
Yeah, that's right. Millie would go, bang. Crazy kids. Back to the action. So I always say this, but I need to reiterate again, and particularly with the multi-screens. If you're watching at home, I highly recommend doing it on a bigger device. If you've got a tablet, an iPad, one of those sorts of things, or a smart TV with the YouTube app, it just looks so much better. There's me over there posing with it.
not fat. I'm festively plump.
That's right, I'm not fat, I'm festively plump. If there's any South Park fans out there. We'll go back to that. But yeah, no, look, it pops on a TV. I especially love, not that I go watching my own stuff, but I will check things just to make sure the audio is good. And that when I get home, and the ice games in particular look really good on the big screen. These ones as well, but just the white light of the ice arena and that, just really cool. Really cool. This is where the action is. This is Hockey Live. And if I haven't said it already today, which I don't think I have, don't forget to subscribe and follow. I'll quickly get those off because I don't want to miss any of the action. I just realised I forgot to write down the times of the timeouts, so I better just quickly grab them. May as well be doing it live because I'm doing it all on the fly. Where is it? Timeout. There we are in the Open My Eyes section. Okay, so that's at 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go in this half. I actually write everything down, so I've got a sheet in front of me, so I know when the goals are going to happen, I know when the timeouts are going to happen, I know when the penalties are going to happen, just to try and keep on top of the action. There we go. And 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second half. We did one like that the week before where we were like a minute 40 to go or something like that. We did a timeout. I didn't see the point of it, but, you know, who might argue at that point, right? So the action is underway. You know, both teams sort of feeling each other out. The Wild in particular just trying to get their legs, obviously without their subs. Troopers had a number of subs all ready and raring, so they we're a lot more comfortable, I suppose is probably the better term, just to try and get things all started and get feel the other team out. So I was experimenting before with another camera angle over on the DJ booth side, and I'm thinking I might do that next time and maybe have a third one going. The trouble is doing it that way, you've got to have the third screen and then it makes things smaller, and it's not really one to be done when you're recording it to edit later. You need to... It just with the scoreboard and everything, you need to be able to control it on the fly, and that's how I do it with ice. So I suppose it's one for me to think about it. But we do want to capture all the action. There were a couple of things that I was probably a little bit disappointed that I didn't quite capture everything. Not so much in this game, but in the Misfits Fossils one. So that's just my musings. I'm always trying to improve everything. Just little bits here, little bits here and there. You know, just like hockey, little incrementals. Everyone can do the big things, but then you do those little 1% things and they all add up. And we have a whistle. Nice save by the keeper. Southern Mile. You know, and given the final score deficit, which I'm not going to tell you yet, you probably, although some people probably already looked up in advance, the shots on goal versus the subs versus the final score is an interesting sort of arithmetic there. So definitely worth going to the Skate Queensland website and checking that one out if you're into all the nitty gritty with all the data and all the rest of it. 13 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, what's that? You just need to push the button.
The old proximity key. Like I said, we're water. Oh, you capture everything. You really got to do something about that to not to stop taking away from the action. You know, me fidgeting about with my keys, but that's all right. We're always learning. I am going to be going live this Thursday night. I believe it's 7:45. I'm going to be recording. Well, we're going to be streaming the ice hockey over at Bundle at if I pronounce that correctly, at the Gold Coast. So looking forward to joining the teams out there and having a bit of fun while the Fossils have our bye week. And yeah, definitely keen to have you guys all on board and back again. I put up a post on Instagram earlier just regarding the viewing hours. We've cracked 30 hours of viewing just on YouTube, and I'm stoked. That's probably an understatement, biggest understatement of the century. And thank you everybody so much. I just can't believe how much this has taken off, and something that I'd talked about doing for a very long time, and finally thought, you know what, I'm going to put it into action at the end of last season. Here we are. So, no, glad you guys are all enjoying it. Glad you guys are here, and going to keep doing it, keep improving, and keep doing what I can. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe on YouTube. The more subscribers, the better. Once I hit 50, I can actually broadcast directly to YouTube. I need to hit that number of subscribers before I can broadcast straight. So we're getting a lot of views when going live on Facebook for certain videos. But the plan is to eventually broadcast straight to YouTube and then just post links and notifications. Ooh, and the action is taking place here. Both teams do want it in this game. Like, I probably didn't word it properly before, with both teams trying to find their feet and get comfortable. But you know, both teams are tense as ever. But you guys, you know, who am I talking to, right? You guys all know what I mean. When you starting off and everything is rush, just trying to find your feet in the first half. Second half is always where the magic happens. Well, in my opinion, anyway. If you agree, disagree, leave something in the comments, please. I'm all for interactivity, especially if I'm going live. If I'm going live, feel free to message me on Messenger. Some people do, Kiara, and yeah, go for gold. I'm all for the interactivity. Speaking of which, if you have a business or a product, I'm happy to assist. Please reach out. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to feature your product. Like I said, we've got over 30 hours of content viewing time just on YouTube, and yeah, I'd love to help you out with your products and bring that together. So please reach out. And we go again for the face-off. If you're watching and you're not familiar with Digi, the image on the left is the home end and the image on the right is the away end. So we've got both teams starting off on opposite ends, and then they'll go back to their assigned end for the second half. And if you're not familiar with Digi and you're here checking this out for the first time, thanks for being here. We're certainly happy to have you here. And the Southern Wild have called for a timeout. I haven't stopped the clock yet because the Skate Queensland website listed it as 7 minutes 44. The time recommences. So I'm just going to wait until that mark, and then I'll fix the scoreboard up, and yeah. I said this last time that I should start recording the scoreboard myself again, but yeah, look, with this one time just didn't permit. So that's all right. 7 minutes and 44 seconds. I will pause that. If it doesn't work out, I'll fix it up on the second half because we know the time stops when the puck stops, right? Well, when the puck drops. The time starts when the puck drops, I should say. Big shout out to my buddy Rob, who is the owner and proprietor of Dog Tag Collective Custom Gear. He made me a lovely shirt and hat with my logo on it. You've probably seen me wandering around with it at the rinks. I'm stoked. I love it. And yeah, great guy. And if you need anything custom done for your team, he makes hockey gear, jerseys, pants, jumpers, if you saw some of the fossils with those. Yeah. Please go ahead and reach out to him because if you need something done, he can certainly help you out. He just doesn't have the basic equipment. He's got the professional stuff. So, yeah. Hit him up. Okay, we're about to recommence. And the action is underway. The Troopers, as the home team, are taking on the Visitors, which is the Southern Wild, in this iteration of Div 3 from Hillcrest. This was recorded on Thursday, the 27th of July. And we've edited and published this on Saturday, the 29th of July. Better late than never. I felt really slack last week just with regards to the I believe it was the Fossil Southern Mile game. Yeah, Fossil Southern Mile that I hadn't put up yet, and that's up there now. But I know a week later everyone's just like, yeah, well, that was so last week. But you know what it's like when life gets in the way. I've been down with the flu, and enough with my excuses. Back to the action. What do we got? 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. quick personnel change from the Troopers. And away we go. So we're almost reaching the climax of the first half. Is anybody going to score? That's what's going on. And obviously, as you're watching here, you can see it as well. The action is picking up, and the intensity is getting cranked up by both teams. So surely you'd expect someone to score soon. We'll wait and see. My phone is telling me that my battery is low. That's a pickle, but that's all right. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to merge videos together to make up for editing mistakes late at night when I'm putting these together and I'm half asleep. I'm doing this one during the day, actually. It's bright and sunny here in Griffin, North Brisbane. It's probably too sunny. Where are we? Whack that on selfie mode. Yeah, you can't really see. That's all right. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in beautiful North Brisbane in Griffin. So one thing we miss over on this side of town is the hockey facilities. We do have Albany Creek, but obviously we don't play there. Do miss Stafford very much, but it is what it is, right?
Good, thanks, man. How you been?
Casually talking to people. Get in there, yeah, nice. And that's what you want to see. You want to see, there's no aggro there, but obviously they both wanted it. And this is Div 3. Everybody is quite good in their gameplay. So that's what you want to see. You want to see people that are good at what they do, having a good crack.
But I finally got both cages. Sorry? Oh, probably, yeah, if you did notice.
I think I did get you falling, Courtney. I think that was it at the start. I did see it as I was like putting everything together, and I was wondering if that was it, but it sort of skimmed past while I was talking too much. Story of my life, right? Thank you again to Courtney and Skate Queensland for assisting with getting us the approval to do, or providing the approval to film from both ends of the rink with the cage, with both cage, without the net. Tripping over my words. Very big thank you for that, because obviously it means that we can bring you the footage in a much better capacity. And like I said, we're always looking to improve on that. I really would have preferred to have been able to zoom out a little bit more. I couldn't really do it, and that's why it sort of takes away from the net there, but from the cages. I had to get the cages in, that was a given, but we missed some of the stuff down the side, and it's either zoom out a little bit or get a third camera, and the app doesn't really let me zoom out, so that's something for me to ponder. And that is a goal for the Southern Wild. That is Zach Dempsey, number 15. We'll just whack that back up. And with a minute and 30 remaining in the first half, the Southern Wild lead the Troopers 1-0. You gotta love a late goal, like the relief you get from one of them. Just any goal is good, but if you can put it on right at the end and just the oh my god, we actually did it. Yeah, if I could zoom out, I wouldn't necessarily need the third camera, but the third camera would be nice having one. Just pondering, just pondering. Look at that, both teams are awake now. Someone scored. Well, they were both awake, but the intensity's just kicked up another notch. And you know what this means? It means the second half is going to be a firecracker. It's going to be great. And I can tell you from being there that the second half was great for this game. Like the little bits that I got to watch while getting ready. If you do hear any bad language or anything like that, I apologize. I did have my phone lying around in various locations while I moved around. And then also, obviously, the cameras in the corners, the locker corner picks things up as well. So. There we go. I made an editing mistake. I'd stopped the video and started it again, and I purposely put that logo up so I knew when the
No, I screwed up the first video, so I needed to know when the second half ended so I could make the timer.
When the first half ended, yeah.
I've got to put two.
That's why I did it. Just casually telling people I screwed up. So we'll just get that off the screen, and I'll just quickly get that ready for the second half.
We're live, guys. We're live. Woo. Thank you.
Pardon me. Having a bit of fun talking to the teams there. Troopers are a little bit more camera friendly. Just trying to pick up the action. There's the fossils getting ready. You can see my camera there on the corner. Just trying to spruce up the coverage a little bit with a few different sort of views and images that you probably wouldn't normally see. So we're just trying to add as much content as we can into it. Because it's not just the stuff that happens on the rink. It's on the bench. There's obviously the people there in the crowd watching, and it is always a great experience with hockey. And I want to try and bring you the full the big picture, the 360-degree view, as I would say at work. So we're about to get underway again for the second half. I got to be on my game in this one because the second half, like I said before, is action-packed. So there's going to be a little bit of editing happening, which is always fun. If I'm still a bit croaky, I apologise. I'm still just getting over the flu at the moment. I actually played with a bit of a flu on Thursday night, which wasn't ideal, but you got to do what you got to do, right? Couple of Advil, Monster, and everything's all right. Both teams are getting pumped, sucking themselves up for what is going to be a banger.
Big one.
I don't know, I kind of like it. You just hear the conversations going on in the background. And I was very aware not to say anything ridiculous, so we'll just get ready to start that timer.
Big bottle of water, please.
Oh, I'm at the counter buying water now. Warts and all, you hear everything. Oh, this is where the action is.
Thank you.
I sort of buggered up that timer a bit, but that's all right. There we go. You can sort of hear the fossils discussing the upcoming strategy in the background there. It is kind of cool to pick that up, but you know, I didn't warn anybody in advance. So, well, I did, but I didn't. I just don't think they knew that my phone was there. But that's all right. I play with a pretty well-behaved bunch. If anyone's going to have gaffes or is gaff prone, it is yours truly. I'm pretty sure I do get a few more bits and pieces with the troopers later on in the game. I tried with the Southern Mile, but because I've only got one sub, it just made it hard. But I'm positive I did go and talk to the troopers a little bit more afterwards. And they were pretty keen to get on camera and say hello as well, which is always good. We actually play them for our next game, but that's August 10. August 10, the Fossils and the Troopers collide. I'm excited about that one. I haven't played the Troopers since December last year. I changed divisions for the last season, and yeah, didn't get the chance to play these guys, so it'll be good to play these guys again. It's always a good game when we play them. And I'm not just saying that, it truly is. Ooh. So I need to be on my game, like I said, because I think the action is about to start. I've got a piece of paper where I've written everything down, so I can just keep track of my timer. There's Wade doing referee things. Look at him in his little misfit pants. It was good playing against Wade in that second game. You know, you play with someone for so long, and it's always good to have a crack on opposite ends. I try to do that as well, and I know a few of my other buddies that play hockey as well. We switch our jerseys around for drop-ins, and just for that reason, you know, just to get a bit of difference. There's lots of different facets to the overall hockey experience, you know, that makes it enjoyable, and either playing with or against your friends can be one of those things. I can tell you from the Fossils perspective, we're all pretty pumped to play the Misfits on this night. We knew it was going to be a tough one. Here we go. Okie dokie. I'm feeling something is going to happen here. Out of the way, Wade. I would watch the left screen. Straight in. Just as I said it as well. And that is another goal for the Southern Wild. Bringing the score now to 2-0. That one was taken by Troy Illick, if I pronounced that incorrectly, my apologies, number 33. And obviously their first goal in the first half by number 15, Zach Dempsey. So Southern Wild lead 2-0 with 18 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second half. And you know this because, well, we've got a scoreboard, as you can see down there. And that was the original goal. It was just having a scoreboard on screen to keep track of timing so we can watch penalties back and all the rest of it. And see things that happen during the game, because you've obviously got to log on the hockey website and how the I keep shifting the bar for myself. It was great. I've got a scoreboard. Great. You know, we got the timer. Great. We got logos. Great. We got multicam. No, definitely keen on trying to capture the action as best we can. I don't know what it is, but I think everyone does underestimate this Southern Wild team. We were certainly guilty of it. I was guilty of it. Not quite the same team that was last season in AA. That was I was on that team. There's I think only one person remaining at this point. I don't even think he's playing in this particular game. That's Tino. So for a team that's had a lack of subs multiple weeks in a row and is a complete slap together team, they've done pretty bloody well, if you do say so myself. And that is a goal for the Troopers by my old teammate, Garth Stone, number 50. So we'll whack that up. So Garth has put one on the board for the Troopers. Good on you, Garth. Great guy to play with, really is. So this is now where things are starting to heat up. Both teams are answering back and points are coming fast. This is a great half, really is. I'll try not to talk too much just so you can really watch the action. I say that, but then I just spend the rest of the video talking. Lol. Did Carl just say skater thighs? That used to be the old thing. How do you tell when someone's from Stafford? Oh, they're all the ones with the big legs. If I had a dollar for every time I heard that. Back in the old days. Ooh, nice pass. If you want that audio separated, or the video separated, I'm happy to do that for you. That was a really cool flick there. I think it was 54. Steve Waring. Oh, here we go. I'm attempting to get it.
What do you guys reckon? How are you finding it?
Can I put in a suggestion?
Yeah.
Fans, where are they?
You heard it here. Maybe in the new rink.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. Let's go.
It's a little bit hot. You know, that's the only thing that remains of Stafford, the fan.
Here I am. I keep talking about Stafford in this video. I'm having a little nostalgia attack.
The big fan. Half the floor is in my garage. Anyway, moving on. Okay.
I wouldn't say half, but I do have a significant portion of it in my garage. Yes, that is true.
How you finding the game?
Tiring.
Tremendous. Kiara, come back here. Come back, Kiara. Hi, Millie. I love the green hair.
Back to the action.
I'm just trying to get some different angles.
Millicent Williams is always good for a reaction. Oh!
I'm glad I switched back to that.
And that is a goal for the Troopers by Steve Waring, number 54, who has now evened up the table. That is 2 apiece. Level playing field, 14 minutes remaining. This is what it's all about. You know, it's these types of games. Maybe not when you're playing because you just want to win, but when you're watching, it's what's going to happen. Well, anything can happen. I'm glad you're here with me watching. I was so used to always having the view on the right because we can obviously put the camera there, and a number of other streams are recorded from there as well. Ronnie used to do his there, but you'd always miss out what's happening on the other end. Well, thanks to Courtney and Skate Queensland, look on the left, that is the other end. We're capturing it all, and I couldn't be any more stoked. So yeah, if you do get the chance, please watch it on your TV. If you've got the YouTube app or even an iPad or something thereabouts, it looks alrightish on a phone, but you can't really see too much. But if you do it on something even just slightly bigger, just 100% better. Oh, there's the puck. My 3-year-old has just woken up, and I can hear him yelling out, "Hey, Daddy." I'm just going to have to mute the microphone to see what he is doing. Please enjoy the game in my brief absence.
Oh, poor doodle.
Yeah. Look at this, man. Got some spare if you'd like some. It makes a difference. Love the gun.
Okay. Sorry about that. Kids, right? I thought I had a little break with nap time there. Like I said, what's and all. 11 minutes to go. I can hear he's playing with toy sirens. Jesus. In it to win it. I love that. Maybe not the second part, but in it to win it is a good phrase to go by. I really want to do that. Hockey bingo. Wade yelling would be, and pointing would be, one of the things. Or Wade saying, "Wasn't me."
One of them is Wade pointing and saying, "I didn't do it."
I didn't do it. Sorry, that's hockey bingo. If anyone's got any suggestions, put them in the comments because I reckon it'd be kind of fun. And I will just add that we do have 2 minor penalties, so that should have taken place at 10:37. I think I might have missed it. It might have happened just prior, which looked like it did because there was a whistle. I got the times off the website. So that is Tyler Job and Daniel Crabb at the same time, 77 and 73 respectively, for roughing. And that is a goal by the Troopers. Number 54, Stephen Waring, has put another one on the board for the Troopers. So we'll just add that in. Yeah, so penalty for roughing at 10 minutes and 37 seconds for Tyler Job, 77 of the Southern Wild, and Daniel Crabb, 73 of the Troopers. But see, does that not make a penalty pointless if they both do it at the same time? So it effectively cancels. You know what I'm getting at here? I don't know. It's one to ponder. Thankfully, I don't have to think about that sort of stuff. So the Troopers now take the lead at 3-2 in the second half. 8 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I know many of you have, and I'm very thankful for it. We're also on Insta, because that's how we roll. People still say that, right? Get on over and check both of those ones out if you haven't already. And for those of you that have, thank you very much. Definitely need to do more with the Insta, but at the same time, I don't want to smother it and just throw anything and everything out there. I'm trying to make it somewhat meaningful on Instagram. But yeah, I can be reached through YouTube or Insta or Facebook or Messenger or whatever you want to do. So if you want to do a shout out, anything like that, please reach out. Here I am. I was testing out a different camera angle here just to see what I could capture.
That didn't
and
work as well as I would have liked it to.
Yeah, it didn't work as well as I would have liked it to. We're all about testing things.
We're always about experimenting.
Hey.
I realised how that sounded.
No kidding, right? Nice save. This stream is proudly brought to you by Hockey Live, just like being there. Very stoked to have my Hockey Live hat, thanks to Rob from Dog Tag Collective Custom Gear. If you've got custom gear that you'd like made, please reach out to him. He'd love to hear from you. Sorry, my bad. Dog Tag Collective DTC Custom Creations, not gear. My apologies, Rob. If anyone's tried to search the wrong thing, but yeah, I play in his gear. I wear the Dog Tag Collective jersey and pants and really like them. I think you might as well. What have we got? 6 minutes and 10 remaining on the clock. We're now watching closely on the right. I think we might see some action here. Yeah. Keep your eye on the right screen, folks. Straight in. What a shot. That one there is a goal for the Troopers by number 73, Daniel Crabb. Taking the Troopers score to... Oh, whoops. I've gone backwards. Add the plus there. Taking the Troopers score to 4 and Southern Wild to 2. Troopers lead the Southern Wild 4-2. That's what I'm trying to get at. 5 minutes remaining and stranger things have happened. You know, anything can happen. Anyone that's seen Jonathan Thurston play footy can certainly attest to that. Particularly if you bet against him. Learn not to do that. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm not going to give away the result. But you haven't seen the last goal anywhere yet, so it's there's still more to come. More to come. Big hit. I really wish I could be more in depth with the action as it's happening, but the way I edit these, I'm doing it on my phone. I'm doing it in portrait mode, so it's just really hard to see. When I get my tax money back, I'm going to be getting an iPad of some sort, just so I can do the editing on that, and it's going to make things a lot easier, even on the fly. It'll give me an extra phone to use as a camera. Yeah, the app that I use is iOS based. It uses multiple mobile phones as individual cameras, and they're all in the same hotspot network. And they all share. They're all controlled by my main phone, which doesn't actually record. It can if I want it to, but it does that flip thing. So I don't do that. And yeah. So if you see me streaming and I'm just wandering around the rink, I control the cameras that are stationary via my main mobile phone. Some people are probably thinking, I don't care, Sam. Shut up about the app. A few people have asked about it, that's why I mention it. How do you do that? That's how. It's not a cheap app by any stretch, but it's pretty cool just with the functionality. If I told you guys how much it costs, some of you would probably, a lot of you would probably say, why are you even doing that? Because it's fun. Oh. Up we go. And I'm talking strategy here with Logan, who for this game was going to be my forwarding counterpart, due to my good friend Azam, the Prince of Memes, Idris being away. Yeah. I'm really sorry. I think I've missed a goal here. So there was a goal just happened then for the Troopers. But the Southern Wild actually scored again. Jono Jones, number 90, scored at a minute 57. So I'll give both teams their goals and I'll just add them in. Bringing the score to 5-3. So yeah, just to reiterate, at 1 minute and 57 seconds, Jono Jones of the Southern Wild scored, bringing the Southern Wild's total to 3. And then at 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining, Steve Waring, number 54, scored for the Troopers, bringing their total to 5. I missed that. That was actually the goal there. Sorry, guys. I thought I'd missed it, but I actually hadn't. The times on the website were wrong. Oh, yeah. So I didn't actually miss anything. Sorry about that. I jumped the gun. That's what's happened. I missed the timeout while my son was playing around. That's how I buggered that up. Sorry, guys. I buggered that up. We'll add 2 minutes onto it. Cannot believe I did that. Sorry about that, guys. So that error was my fault because I missed the timeout, mucking around with my son. So that's all right. The end of the second half, the final score is 5-3, with the Troopers taking a win over the Southern Wild. What a fantastic game that was. This was brought to you by Hockey Live, just like being there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll just get that scoreboard off the screen. We'll put these up. So there we go. We will have the Misfits and the Fossils game coming up either tonight or, well, later on tonight or overnight. And I'll be sure to pop that up on the Brisbane Inline Hockey Community Group and also via Instagram and YouTube. So if you've already subscribed, you're going to get that one straight away. There's the links you need. But otherwise, look, thank you very much for being here as always. And I'll leave you here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you for Fossils v Misfits.